Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. I'm in a hotel room. I'm in a hotel room in Amsterdam and I haven't had a very long Saturday. I should be 3/4 of the way over to Las Vegas now, to Magic Live, but I'm not because I was leaving on the Saturday from Birmingham Airport to Amsterdam. It was 2 hours delayed, so by the time I got to Amsterdam, the Vegas flight, unfortunately, had already left, and they can only get me one on in the morning, which means that I have to be back at the airport at 4 o'clock. It's currently 7 p.m. at night. I've got to be back at the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I've got to catch a flight back to Manchester. That's right, I'm going back to the UK, waited around in the UK, and then flying straight to Vegas. I'm going to get there at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then 2 hours later, I'm going to have to be on the Penguin Magic dealer booth, which opens at 7 p.m. So I'm in a hotel room in Amsterdam, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and sit and have a look on YouTube. I'm going to just check out some of my favorite YouTubers. And a video popped up, a very random, strange video from Maxim Durocher. Now, me and Maxim have got a very strange history, which I'm not going to get into. I could get into it, but I'm not going to bother. But suffice to say, Maxim really doesn't like me. And for the last 3 years, he's been trying to get my attention. He's been calling me every name under the sun. He's been calling me fat. He's been body shaming me. He's saying I'm untalented. I'm the worst creator in the world. I'm in good company. He doesn't like magic. Generally, he doesn't like most people, to be honest. He definitely doesn't like Magic Dream. He thinks Magic Dream has screwed him over. Doesn't particularly like Penguin Magic or Murphy's Magic, or really most magic companies he doesn't like. I've got some notes here. I'm going to put them up here. So yeah, he doesn't like most people, but he loves magic. He absolutely loves magic. If you don't know who he is, he's made a name for himself in the industry for creating a couple of cube tricks that were okay, not too bad. One me and Ryan in review we didn't particularly like, but not too bad. Anyway, he's been trying to get I don't know if he's been trying to get my attention, but he's been kind of the last 3 years calling me out in various different videos, and just calling me out. And I've ignored him because, to be honest, I don't need the drama in my life. I have enough drama without having to listen to people that are trying to get my attention. But I subscribed to his channel about a month ago, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago. And the reason I did is I just wanted to watch the type of content he was putting out. He's putting a lot of stuff out about Andrew Tate at the moment, which, I don't think my views on Andrew Tate should be expressed on a magic video, but that kind of tells me an awful lot. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is because I've decided to address one of his videos that he put up, because he's been talking for the last couple of years about wanting to destroy the magic industry, which is kind of a strange thing to say. If you love magic, you want to destroy the magic industry. That's one of the reasons I subscribed to his YouTube channel, because I wanted to kind of figure out what he meant by destroy the magic community. He wants to basically completely get rid of every magic shop in the world, burn down the communities, get rid of everything in the industry, and then basically start again, but with kind of him in charge. That's basically what it is, but from piecing together a few videos. Anyway, I sat down in my hotel room, chilling out, and I thought, I'm going to have a look at a YouTube video, and a video of Maxim's popped up. And okay, so this video is basically him explaining how he's going to destroy the magic industry. It's kind of like, it's actually titled A Step-by-Step Guide to Destroying Any Industry. He doesn't want to disrupt it. He doesn't want to innovate it. He wants to destroy it. And he actually goes through his plan. Now, we're not going to talk about the anti-Jewish stuff that's in there. We're not going to talk about how his idol apparently is Adolf Hitler. We're not going to talk about any of that. I mean, that's peppered throughout a lot of his videos. We're going to talk about how he plans to destroy the magic industry. And I hope that Maxim sees this, because I want to send a message directly to Maxim. But first of all, he's kind of gone through the majority of his plan. So his plan, how he's going to destroy the magic industry is his master plan involves thousands of animal-themed magic websites. You heard that right. GorillaMagic.com, zebramentalism.net, that kind of thing. Watching the video, honestly, it felt like somebody had given the Joker from Batman a SquareSafe account and no supervision. It was nuts. Here's like a little 10-second clip of the sort of stuff he's saying.
Now, what's cool is that I can destroy the magic industry in some very cool way, actually, using this principle, basically. I just have to make 2,000 websites. Example, Gorilla Magic, Zoo Magic, Bear Magic, Chinese Magic. We're going to make all the domain. We're going to buy them all. And we're going to make a bunch of websites. There's going to be so many websites that the current websites that are currently existing will lose all of its value. We will print so many websites out of thin air that Penguin Magic will just be a random animal named Magic Shop kind of domain, right? You could choose the Penguin Magic Shop, or you could choose the Zebra Magic Shop, or you could choose the Gorilla Magic Shop, You can just choose a bunch of different magic shops. And so what is going to happen is that I'm going to own all of the domain for the magic shops. So there's going to be so many websites. So when you look for a magic trick, you're going to get 50 different results before getting to the Penguin Magic page, meaning that I will basically over and over and over print so many magic websites that will destroy the entire values of the Penguin Magic website and the Murphy's Magic websites. Also, if I own all of the website, technically I own the industry.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is not a business plan. This is not a business plan. This is a breakdown live on YouTube. And trust me, I have had my fair share of rants on YouTube and I've learnt from it, and I don't do that anymore. But this is like the mother load of rants. Let's just break down his logic for a minute. So this is a guy that wants to destroy the magic industry, right? That's his goal. He has multiple videos about wanting to destroy the magic industry. And he believes that by flooding the internet with thousands of meaningless websites, real magic shops like Penguin Magic and Magic Dream and all of those guys will lose their value. According to him, if you create enough clutter, Google will forget who built the industry in the first place. And he describes himself as a programmer. He says that he makes AI robots, and he describes himself as a programmer, and he can program and he can hack and he can destroy people's websites. He has put a little while ago, he put a review up, a few reviews on a couple of my businesses. There's a video up there still actually on a YouTube channel somewhere saying that he hired me to go and perform magic at his kid's birthday party and I shot the kid in the face or something, or I puked all over the birthday boy. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, but that's his logic. His logic is that like we put enough websites up there, Google's just going to forget who built the industry in the first place. That's like opening 2,000 fake restaurants and hoping Gordon Ramsay starves. Like, it's insane. That's not how the internet works, right? That's also not how the magic industry works at all. Like, it's not based on magic shops. I could open up a magic shop tomorrow, and without the correct amount of SEO, without the correct amount of optimization, without the correct amount of work that goes into that website, no one's going to buy from it. And that's not even taking into consideration the fact that most magic shops have a loyal following. You know, Alakazam have their Alakafam. There's a load of people that will always buy from Vanishing Ink. There's a load of people that always buy from Penguin. If there were 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 other magic shops that came out and that started having websites and they were all selling exactly the same thing, it wouldn't stop the people from buying from Alakazam because they buy into Pete Nardi and Harry Nardi. It wouldn't stop the people from buying from Penguin because they buy into Nick Lacapo and Eric Tate. It wouldn't stop the people from buying from Magic Dream because they've bought into Johan Tajiri, and they've probably had good customer service. It's not going to shut down the communities. It's not going to stop people talking about magic. Like, he's talking about wanting to destroy FISM. He's talking about wanting to literally destroy the entire infrastructure of magic. And having magic shops is a small part of doing that, if at all you ever wanted to do that. You know, and that's not even taking into consideration Murphy's Magic, who he also wants to destroy, being the #1 wholesaler in this industry. So what would happen is, even if there were 5,000 magic shops and they were all real, which they're not, I think they're fake, then, you know, it wouldn't make any difference because they're all going to carry the same stuff. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But here you go, very quickly, before we talk about Maxim. Here's 10 reasons why Maxim's master plan to destroy the magic industry is not going to work. 1, more websites doesn't equal more power. Google isn't going to reward spam. It buries it. Google is getting very smart these days. And, you know, anybody who does anything with SEO knows that you're constantly having to keep up with what Google does and doesn't do. And a big thing that Google does is it rewards websites that are constantly providing value to people that are searching and finding those websites. Having tons and tons of websites wouldn't make an absolute difference. Number 2, domain names aren't businesses. A .com address is not a reputation. A business is more than a website. It's more than a domain name. A business is something that's built up with blood and sweat and tears. Penguin Magic started because a jar built it from the ground up out of his dorm room while he was in college. You know, Murphy's Magic is a family business. Alakazam is a family business. You know, just by setting up an absolute metric ton of domain names doesn't mean anything. And if every single one of these thousands of domain names are actually magic shops, you're actually going to feed into, it's just insane. Right, magic, number 3, magic isn't centralized. It's a global, it's communal, and it's resilient. The community, the magic community, love it or hate it, and sometimes I love it and sometimes I hate it. But the thing about the magic community is they're not going anywhere. If there was 1 million magic shops, it would just increase the chatter in the community. You know, people are still, here's the thing, magic is a performance art. People are still wanting to go out and perform. People are still going to want to go out and become professional magicians. Different people have different goals in magic. It's not just about buying the latest trick. It's not just about being a creator in magic. There's people who work so hard on their act just to win FISM. Look at Rhineland, for example. Rhineland has no interest in being a creator. Rhineland wants to be a performer. He gets into the warehouse every evening after school and spends hours in there rehearsing with fear over and over and over again to be the best he can be, because he dreams one day of headlining Vegas and he's working his ass off to make that happen. You think opening hundreds of websites with animal names are going to change that kid that lives in that house that wants to be a professional magician? You think they're going to stop dreaming? You think that people are going to stop going on Got Talent shows? You think that people are going to stop headlining Vegas all because there's a bunch of magic shops that have opened up? The other thing that you need to know, point number 4, is search engines aren't toddlers. They know what people are looking for. Not just Google, but all of them. They know what people are looking for. And here's the thing, if you open up these fake websites, right, and somebody searches for it and somehow it comes up at the top of Google, which it's not going to do, but let's say Maxim gets billions of Andrew Tate money and he manages to, stock every single one of these magic shops full of magic, and somehow manages to have thousands of magic shops that people can shop in. What's going to happen is people are going to shop there and they're either going to have a great experience or they're going to shop there again, or they're going to shop there, more than likely, nothing will happen. It's a barren website. It's impossible to update that many websites. And so it'll end up just, falling apart. People will not buy from it. People will not go there. It'll get a bad reputation. It'll go down Google. But that's never going to happen because it's never going to rank on Google anyway. There's businesses that spend tens of thousands of pounds every single month just to appear on page 1 of Google. You can set up a website tomorrow. People are setting up websites all of the time. But without the correct amount of search engine optimization, without the correct amount of work that goes into them, nothing is ever going to happen, let alone thousands of websites. Number 5, you don't own the industry by confusing the algorithm. That's not control, that's noise. Again, Google and search engines are not stupid. They're just not stupid at all. And then this plan of just basically spamming the internet with magic shops everywhere to destroy the industry, I don't even understand how, whatever. Number 6. Magicians don't shop based on random URLs. They shop based on trust. The reason that somebody will go back and say, I only shop with Monster Magic in the UK, is because Alex has done a great job. He's delivered the stuff quickly and people trust him and they want to order from him again. Just because there's a ton of magic shops out there doesn't stop that loyalty. It doesn't stop people going back to Monster Magic. It's never going to stop people from going back to Monster Magic. And do you know how many magic shops there are around the world? There's an absolute metric ton of them, and they've all got their own random following. Number 6, I think it's number 6. No, number 7. Number 7. Maxim in his own video admitted it's going to take a couple of years. That's a long con to get blocked by Cloudflare, let me tell you that much. 2 years to do what? 2 years to complete. He says in 2027 he's going to completely annihilate the industry. He says in 2027 it's going to happen literally like that. The entire industry is going to fall apart because it's going to take him 2 years, and he's already started setting up websites. He's already started setting up websites like createpettyfuckingsucks.com or something like that. You think that's going to do anything? Oh, God. He put a video out a little while ago about how he was going to set up an automated thing that's going to send me an email every 5 seconds telling me I'm horrible. And I just blocked the internet. I just blocked the email address that it was coming from, and within seconds, it's like how can I describe it? It's like the ramblings of a madman, I think is the best way to describe it. Number 8, the creators you hate, Maxim, they're too busy creating and making a difference. You see, a lot of this comes down to the fact that you've bought a couple of tricks out. You know, one of them, the first one, Tetracube, you know, people liked it, and they should have. It was a good, I think I gave it a good review. Ryan definitely gave it a good review. The next one, wasn't particularly fussed about that. Haven't really seen anything else of yours that's any good, but I know you're desperate to be a creator. I know you're absolutely desperate to be a creator, and part of the hate is because there's other people going out there and creating and doing a fantastic job. And I've heard you say most creators are terrible, and it's they can't create. I know you've said that I'm the worst creator in the world, but guess what, buddy? I'm out there doing it. I'm out there doing it. I'm out there creating and trying to make a difference in this industry, right? You know, number 9, you're not feared, you're filtered by every major platform. Your videos on YouTube get dozens of views. Every plan that you make doesn't really go anywhere. And Andrew Tate, you know, that's your new big plan. You're going to become a millionaire by following Andrew Tate. Okay, whatever. This isn't number 10. This is not a revolution. This is a tantrum with a webcam. Simple as. But here's the thing, Maxim. And I'm talking directly to you now. I want you to understand that I've ignored you for 3 years, and I've let you rant about me over and over again. I've let you talk shit about me as much as you want to. I haven't responded to you. I haven't made any videos about you. But now I'm talking directly to you. Here's the thing, Maxim. I actually think you love magic. I can see that you're passionate about it. You wouldn't be this obsessed if you didn't. That passion, if you aim that in the right direction, it could make you great. Because I can see that you're creative. I can see that. I know that you are. And if you focused your energy on being a creator and not being a disruptor, you would have a big name in this industry. Right now, you're putting your energy into destroying something that could actually embrace you. You're spending years building weapons when you could be building art. And I speak about this from personal experience. You're very, very vocal about how I left the industry for 10 years because of Red. And yes, I did. I screwed up and I felt that the only option was to leave the industry. And when I left that industry, I was disruptive. I quit the Magic Circle. Well, actually, I was fired. I was kicked out of the Magic Circle. I put videos up. I was called out in public by Pete Turner for exposing magic on a YouTube video because I just didn't give a damn. I wrote blogs like why the Magic Circle are irrelevant. I literally burnt bridges. And I'm telling you right now, that was the worst thing that I could ever do. Because this community, despite its flaws, and look, I've got a love-hate relationship. Even right now, I've got a love-hate relationship with this community. The thing that you need to understand is if you focus your energy on something positive, then you're just going to feel better yourself. And I know that because that's what I'm doing. You know, you may hate Magic TV. You may hate what I say. You may hate what I stand for. And that's fine. You can't love everybody. And I'm not expecting you or wanting you to love me. I'm not expecting you or wanting you to like my stuff or like my creations or like any of my content. You're the same with a lot of other people that, you know, if you don't like my stuff, but you watch an awful lot of it, and that's absolutely fine. That's fine. You know, that's great. I'm telling you right now, when I stopped disrupting this industry and I started giving back and putting videos out there and helping people, that's when I started feeling better with myself. You've said that you know the industry better than anyone. Then prove it. Not by tearing people down, but by creating something that lifts people up. Create more magic. Or if you don't want to create more magic, teach people how to create magic. Do something positive. Magic doesn't need a villain, Maxim. It needs visionaries. It doesn't need destroying. It needs uplifting. Magic is an art. Yeah, you can make money from magic. There's professional magicians. There's professional creators. There's magic shops. It's a business. It's an industry. I get that, but it's also an art. And you could be a visionary if you let go of your ego and started doing the work. Maxim, please, let go of all of this. Take a step back from the Andrew Tate bullshit. Realize that what you're saying and what you're doing is insane. Talking about destroying the magic industry. Talking about destroying something that you love because you want to reshape it in your own image. And unfortunately, it's gone beyond just strange rants now. Because before I decided to do this video, another video of yours popped up. Literally 5 minutes before I did this video. So you put up the first one, and you put up another one. Now, I've seen videos of you ranting about me before. Hell, you've even rung my business answer machine. You've rung my office, and you've got through to my office. You've stepped over the line many times. You've put negative reviews on my company. You've done a lot to get my attention, and I've ignored it. But now you've uploaded another video, standing half naked in your living room, shouting threats. You named me personally, and you named Magic Dream. You called yourself the dictator of the magic industry. You talked about destroying everything by 2027 and contracting the media, and you promised fireworks. You know, it was all fun and games. It was all funny. Oh, Maxim says he's going to destroy the magic community. It's not funny anymore, Maxim. That's not quirky. That's not rebellious. That's dangerous. That's someone who's crossed a line. So let me be completely and totally crystal clear. I'm not afraid. No one in this industry is. But I am responsible. And when someone starts issuing threats, screaming into a camera half naked, and calling it a revolution, I'm not going to be silent, Maxim. To my audience, to every creator, to every company and performer watching this, we stand together. We don't tolerate intimidation. We don't support toxicity, and we won't let someone try to torch the house down that we've all built just because that person isn't happy with where he sits at the table. Maxim, you need to stop with the temper tantrums. Look, here's the thing, right? It's very easy to blame everyone else. I'm not a top creator in magic because of Magic Dream. I'm not a top creator in magic because of Craig Petty. I'm not a top creator in magic because of Penguin Magic, because of Murphy's Magic. I'm not a top creator of magic because of this, because of that, because of the other. When you point a finger at someone, Maxim, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you. Yeah, you need to understand, you need to start taking responsibility for your actions, and standing in your living room half naked, ranting about how you're going to destroy me, ranting about how you can destroy Magic Dream. Come on, you're better than that. If you're part of this community, if you're a performer, if you're a hobbyist, if you're a social performer, if you're a creator, if you're a teacher, now is the time to show it. Support each other. I want you to tag a creator you admire in the comments below and say, we stand for magic. Share the trick, share your videos, perform, share those videos. Share your love of magic. Talk about why you fell in love with this art. Let's drown out the bitterness with brilliance. And remember, I'm talking from personal experience. I have ranted in the past many, many times. I have ranted about things that have annoyed me, and I try not to do that anymore. Do you know why I try not to do that anymore? Because it doesn't do any good. All it does is makes me upset. The things that make me happy is when I'm doing videos like the other day when I was sitting down with Thomas Maloney and we were just jamming out ideas for the Savant deck. Videos like the other day where I was just talking about 5 things that can make you a better performer. That sort of thing. That's what we should be focusing on. Magic can be so much bigger and better. And the way to actually improve magic is not by burning it to the ground and having a dictator in charge that wants to rebuild it in his image. The way to make magic better is by lifting each and every person up individually, helping everybody, whether you're a magician, whether you're a kids entertainer, whether you're a social performer, whether you're a virtual performer, even a mime. Maybe not a mime. Everybody needs to lift each other up. We all need to help each other. We are a community. We are a shared community. And we all have one thing in common, which is that we all love magic. And Maxim, if there's still a part of you inside that actually cares about magic, then this is your last chance to turn it round. Walk away from this burn it down mindset. Do the work. Earn the respect. Be the magician you think you already are. It's hard work. I remember speaking to a business advisor of mine a few years ago, a lady called Claire McTarran, an absolute genius. And she turned around to me and she said, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. You know, you hate me. You hate me because I'm successful. You hate me because I'm created magic. People buy my stuff because I've, become a successful performer, a successful business person. You hate me. You know all it was? It was just hard work. That's all it was. It was just hard work and a never say die attitude. And every single day I have to wake up and I'm 49. It becomes harder every single year. I have to wake myself up every single day and I have to just make sure that I'm ready for the world. I want to continue to be the best version of me that I can be. And the only way that I can do that is by continuing to move forward. And you know what? I've failed. I've screwed up. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. Everybody fails. Everyone screws up. Everyone has has a terrible mindset at one point or another. And it's fine to screw up. It's fine to fail as long as you fail forward. As long as you move forward. Maxim, do the work. Earn the respect. Like I said, be the magician you think you already are. And hey, to finish this off, if you want to, stick to setting up your animal-themed magic companies. Stick to GorillaMagic.com. Stick to, dolphinmagic.net. Blow things up. Set off fireworks. Just know that when 2027 comes around, we will still all be here. The community will still be here. Murphy's Magic, Penguin Magic, Alakazam, all of these companies, Vanishing Ink, they're going to be bigger and bigger and bigger than they ever were before. They're going to go in an upward direction over the next 2 years. There'll be more communities. There'll be more magic. People are getting excited about FISM 2028. No, 7. That's the year of FISM, isn't it? I can't remember. Who cares? People are going to be excited. That's what they're going to be there. They're still going to be performing, teaching, building, laughing. And as for your big revolution, it'll just be another footnote in a long, bizarre history of magicians who couldn't quite pull it off. Maxim, in 2 years' time, I'm going to set up a domain name myself. It's going to be MaximIToldYouSo2yearsago.com, and I will link it directly to this video. I got nothing else to say about that. You have a choice, Maxim. I promised myself I wouldn't make a video about you and I'd ignore you. But it's time that I actually reach out and I speak to you myself. Stop burning the industry down and start lifting it up. Stop being ridiculous and start focusing. And hey, you can do what you want to, but I'd drop the Andrew Tate stuff. He's not going to make you a millionaire. Outside of that, I'll see you again soon. If you're over at Magic Live, if I can somehow make it there, come and see me. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.